Yo, welcome to episode 20 of Q&A.
Wow, that's a
How's the
milestone.
Middle East?
Yeah, it's pretty sick, bro. I'm at my parents' house. For all the losers that think I live at home,
He does
I
this
guess
week.
I guess I do now for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
For all you fucking losers that think I just live in my mom's basement, I ain't forget about you bitches.
Yeah, look at that window, bro. He's got a first floor, a second floor with something.
Yeah, I don't want to tell them where I'm at. Fuck you, haters. I'll never forget. I never forget all the
How's that
shit
side of the world?
It's pretty sick, man. It's actually way nicer than being in North America. Because I
Wait,
work
really?
like Canadian hours, so during the day here, I'm like chilling, like relaxing, gym, whatever, eating. And then at night, I'm like working. And then after work, I'm chilling. Things are open super late here. It's not like back home where everything's closed at fucking 9 o'clock.
Really?
That's a
But you
terrible
guys
thing
are
in the
like
West.
a stay up late chill culture, right? The lounge
Yes,
kind of thing.
100%. 100%, bro. Stay up super late and chill super late. All the restaurants, like you can order KFC or whatever you want at like 4 a.m. No problem. It's amazing. It should
Goddamn.
be like that everywhere. I don't understand why it's not like that. Like Canada
Yeah,
sucks, bro. After being here, I just realized Canada's the worst place in the world. Like
chill, bro. Why?
nothing's open late. Crime is through the roof now. There's been just tons of robberies near where I live, which is supposed to be a very safe area.
Really?
Yeah, man,
I didn't
tons of
know that.
robberies, tons of crimes, tons of poor people. The inequality is insane. It's not like that over here, man. It's safe, great
I feel like
food, things are open late.
everyone who leaves just keeps always boosts where they're at, but then they always want to come home after though.
Well, the problem is, I think Canada's just a safe haven in terms of education. So if you're looking to have kids and stuff, Canada's the place to be because education here is highly valued around the world, right? So, like, that's why people go. But in terms of life, like, if you want to have a good work-life balance and you're young, like, why would you be in Canada? Give me like 5 good reasons why you'd be in Canada. You can't afford a house if you're young. You can't. You can't. You don't. There's no future for you there. Job salaries cap at like 150K. Why would you? The currency is worse than the USD. You might as well go to the US, which is like a few hours away, and make double the salary. I don't understand. Like, why would a young person want to be in Canada? Give me like 5 good reasons. I can't think of 5. Just
You
because
sound
it's
like
safe. That's.
you sound like Tucker Carlson. You see him in Russia, like that thing he made, the
I
vlog or
saw it. I
whatever.
didn't watch it in detail. I watched some of the Putin interview. Yeah, I saw it.
Bro, I was watching. Forget the Putin interview. I was just watching him like walk Russia at the grocery stores, and he's just like so shocked. He's like, "Yo, it's so clean. It's so nice. It's like a first world." I'm like, "You stupid bitch." Obviously, like, why are you
Well,
surprised?
yeah, the
What do you
premise
think
of that
Russia
it
is
was a
like?
little racist. Just the idea that oh wow, it's so nice. But grocery stores here, actually, just to mention, are fucking incredible. Like when my wife and I went to the grocery store here, man, I was like, wow. Like the vegetables and fruits are so organized, so clean. Every aisle's perfectly organized. There's so many options, like infinite amounts of options for all the candies you can think of and chocolates and chips and everything. Everything from the shit we have, plus Kinder and the European shit, plus like the frozen aisles unreal. All the ice creams you can think of, Snickers, Bounty, all these things I've never seen.
Bro, we have all
Bro,
this in Canada. If you go to Loblaws,
we
like
do
the
not
nice
have all
Loblaws,
this.
not the no frills bullshit. It's so
I'm a
clean. It's so
grocery
beautiful.
fiend. We do not have all this. Longo's is nice. Loblaws is nice. They're
Yeah,
light years behind these. Like this. Like there's levels to nice. There's levels to rich. And these people, the Middle East, especially the Gulf, is where I'm at. They're ultra rich. So there's levels to this, and their washrooms are
damn.
clean. You can clean your butt in any
Oh,
washroom.
yeah, that's a big deal.
The only bad
That's a
thing
big.
about the Middle East is driving. Honestly, that's it.
Oh,
Like
you guys
driving
don't
in the
follow
Middle East sucks.
stoplights. You guys just like run through
Ain't
everything,
nobody
right?
following anything, bro.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no
that's
one's
what I thought.
following anything. No one's following
It's
any
a,
rules here.
it's a fucking zoo, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, driving here's a zoo, but it's still better than Canada. I'm not gonna lie. People's incomes are higher, living is cheaper. Like I don't understand. Give me 5 good reasons. If you're a regular person, obviously, if you're not like me or you guys that are like entrepreneurs, that's different. You can live anywhere in the world if you're like an online entrepreneur,
I
whatever you
think
want to call
Canada's
it.
really bad for entrepreneurs, to be honest. I think we don't offer them anything. Like everything me and you have, we have to go to the US, the credit cards, bank accounts, everything, the
Exactly.
money we trade. Yeah.
Everything I do
But
is in
for
the
regular
U.S. Yeah, there's nothing I do
regular
in
person,
Canada.
don't think it's as bad as everyone's. I think we're at a point where everyone's kind of just mad, like interest rates or like food prices, inflation. So everyone's kind of just piling on to like the negative aspect of
They have a
things.
right
It's
to
not
be.
that. It's
It's
like that
that bad,
everywhere.
bro. You have to
It's
compare it
it,
to everywhere in the world. We're the
well,
worst
you
though. So when you're
Europe
the
and
worst, you're going to be the angriest.
U.S. Our inflation is not as high. So I think that's when you're not comparing
Hello?
it to like
Did we just
Australia. You're
stop?
not comparing it to those first world
Oh
colonies.
no.
When you compare it to those guys,
What
not
happened?
like the Gulf coasts, then we're
Oh,
not doing that bad economically. It's a perception thing. Fuck, are you frozen?
we
I think you're
frozen.
frozen.
We're having technical difficulties here.
Yo, just for everyone out
Can't
there,
tell if he
he
knows
was
that.
preaching the Middle East and his internet doesn't even fucking work. Look at this shit.
Oh,
Oh, you're back.
hello? Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Holy, what
Good.
happened there?
I
Yeah,
think
we
it was your
froze
Middle East
there.
internet, bro. It's your internet. See? This guy's boosted it.
Firstly, it's not my internet. It's my dad's cheap ass. When you have a 7-year-old dad that doesn't know what Wi-Fi is, this is what you have to live with.
Yeah. Yeah, this is such a bad endorsement of where are you, Jordan, Kuwait? Your
Kuwait,
screen's all blurry, your internet doesn't fucking work.
bro. That's on my parents, man. That's their cheap ass
Well,
Wi-Fi.
there's an army outside waiting for you to like, yo, let's go. We gotta get the front line soon.
Bro, they're probably watching this interview and like, who the hell is this crackhead sitting in a room talking shit? But I'm giving them support, and I'm taking support away from Canada. Look, people like
Yeah,
I think people over exaggerate the hate on Justin Trudeau. Like, it's not all his fault. He doesn't really control like COVID and the interest rates, and like these are all policymakers making these decisions, whether it's economists or professors or researchers, guys that make these or these interest policies and stuff. You can't really put it on him. It's just he's the representative, right? So you got to blame the so quote unquote CEO, but it's not also fair to just shit on him, you know.
yeah,
Personally, I just think Canada's just not a good place for if you're young and you want to make money. Canada's not the place for you, bro. Just like let's just say like that's what it is. Canada's not the place for you. You should look into other options. You should look into the US. You should look into Europe, Dubai, anywhere else. You'll save more money. So if you're a young person looking to make money, why would you be in Canada? Like I just don't. I can't understand it, honestly. Unless you have family. Again, those are external factors, but I'm saying from just a financial perspective.
yeah. It's I don't know. Depends. I think people can get good jobs after they get good education. Or if you want to be an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter where you are. Canada's fine.
Yeah, if you're an
It just
entrepreneur, I don't think
yeah,
it matters that much. But if you're a regular person, an engineer, finance, accounting, why don't you just go to the US and make like $100,000 more?
you're making that in New York and San Fran. You're not. It still costs as much there. That's why.
You
You know what I
start
mean?
there and then you branch out to Colorado, to
For
Texas, to
finance,
Seattle.
for engineering, engineering maybe.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. Of
Texas,
course.
not finance. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
I just
Um,
don't. The Canada, look, you're limited, bro. Fuck Canada. I love you, but I hate you at the same time. I guess I love the people. I don't like the government.
how's the because you're on different time zones, so your sports are on at weird times. That's my biggest issue of leaving North America.
Yeah, that's a big issue. You only catch highlights, honestly, especially of like Raptors games and shit like that. You're only mainly catching highlights, long extended highlights. Soccer is prime time, which is great. I fucking love soccer, anyways. So
What's prime? Like
prime
7?
time, she's 7 to 10. Yeah. So Man U's game yesterday was at 10. The one before was at 7, and it's prime. Like you go to the she's spot. It's live. Firstly, it's actually live because the game starts at like let's say 11:30, and then in the 30-minute mark, it's exactly 12 o'clock. Like it turns, so it's literally like maybe 1 second delay. In North America, when the game starts at let's say like 3:30 or 11:30, it'll be like the 32nd minute, and it's like 12:04. So you're a minute behind, and I pay for the subscription, so like I know I'm a few minutes delayed, and I hate that. It just bothers me because I'm like someone out there knows what's happening. I want to be live. I want to watch it live. I know it doesn't matter, obviously, right?
This is
But
the
uh,
privilege. This is the biggest first world problem I've ever heard of in my life.
ever
Yeah,
huge first world problem.
I'm 2 minutes behind. This place sucks.
Yeah, I hate being behind, man. Don't you hate being behind? And then your boy texts you from halfway around the world.
Yeah, yeah,
Yo, I'm like, fuck. As soon as I get it, that little stupid buzz. You hear that?
yeah.
Bzzz, I'm like, fuck, we're finished. They scored, and then it's a turnover, and the other team scored, and you're like, fuck, even worse.
when I'm watching something on the box, like the IPTV, I'll take off my watch and turn my phone around if it's like a minute left. I know one of you fuckers are gonna say something or ruin it for me. I'm gonna get that Sports
Yo,
Center notification. Dun-dun-dun,
trust me,
dun-dun-dun.
that's the worst feeling in the world. There's nothing worse for a sports fan than hearing a bzzz when there's like 2 seconds left on a game. You know all your boys are watching.
Yeah,
Like
and your
there's
team's
nothing
up.
worse than that.
Your team's
Yeah,
up. You're watching
you're
basketball.
anxious. There's like 4 seconds left. You don't know what's gonna happen, and then bam, Max Strus hits a halfway buzzer beater, and your boy
That was
messages you.
fun.
Zzz, zzz, zzz. You're like, oh fuck, I missed. Like like you just got spoiled. It's the fucking
The
worst.
worst.
But I think that's just because we're cheap. We're like the new gen is cheap asses, and none of us want to pay for cable. That's what
It's
it
not
comes
cheap,
down to,
bro.
right?
We're
Like,
getting taken advantage of. Fuck cable, bro. I ain't paying that much for fucking 10 channels. Like, what?
so
All
I
I need is
thought
live
about this.
sports.
Yeah, so if you want to get live sports in Canada, at least, like it's $200 basically, $250 a month, which is a lot. But if you
Yeah.
add up all like the Zone, Fubo, NBA League Pass,
Oh, it's
all
insane.
all the stuff, it's actually almost $250. So you can pay the $250 to get 4K, and you'll get cable, which is like as live can get. So I don't know. It's not that expensive, really, to be honest. I would do it.
250 a month.
I would do it. Yeah, honestly, I would
Fuck,
do it.
I'll pay 10
Expense that
bucks a
shit.
month. Bro, I'll pay 10 bucks a month to my Indian neighbor to give me free fucking cable. I don't give a fuck. I'm not paying 250 a month.
Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous. That does sound ridiculous. It's a luxury. It's definitely not a need in any way, shape, or form. It's definitely a
Yeah.
luxury. I don't have that luxury, but I'm just saying, at a certain level, when you're in the 30s and 40s and you watch sports all the time, and you just want to be watching sports. Why not? Like
It's a
$250. You spend
principle.
$250 on way worse things.
You're right, but it's a principle thing. Like, you just know you're getting scammed. That's what really gets me. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, but you're not getting scammed gambling every weekend.
That's my choice.
Not you
That's
specifically, like just generally. I mean,
yeah. Oh no, but those are my decisions going wrong. This is me being a fucking puppet to Rogers.
yeah, but
Um,
like, what do you mean? I don't understand the logic there. I'd rather watch sports live. Nah, that's not true. The thrill of gambling is a fucked up
yeah,
thrill. That's why I try not to gamble.
I love gambling, bro. It's like it's bad. I've been playing blackjack on a FanDuel. I was up 900 bucks at one point. I was amped. I lost it all in the toilet in like 10 minutes.
The worst part is you lost it while you're taking a shit. This man's playing, about to hit 21.
And
Just
only,
oh no.
bro, my strategy was only play when you take a shit, win 1-2 hands, and just leave with the profit. And it got me a 900 profit. And then one time I was just going down bad, and I wouldn't leave. I was just in the washroom, just shitting my fucking pants and just losing my money. It was the worst experience ever.
Bro, $900 profit off of what though? Like, how much you start with?
Blackjack, just black, bro. They gave me 50 bucks free. That's it. I just went to fucking work.
Oh,
Bro, you win a hand, you just leave. That was my strategy. Win a hand, leave. Win a hand, leave. It took me like 3 days. I was fucking
bro.
amped. I'm like, I figured out the strategy. I figured out the hack, and then one fateful day, you have diarrhea and you're in there too long. You
I
know?
have this thing about gambling. Like, as a Muslim, like, okay, I don't want to bring religion to this. I understand why it's wrong, but it's the greatest thrill ever.
Why is it wrong?
Why is it wrong?
Yeah, why?
Because it's extremely addicting.
So
Like, I think it's a testament to like human inability to control themselves. Like, we as
you're
humans love
addicted to helping people. It's not a bad thing, right? It's still an
you're
addiction.
helping
But
people.
yeah, so it's the
That's a
addiction.
but we
What's the
both
negative?
know, if you look at it from just like take away religion, just from a life perspective, anyone's addicted to gambling, you know it's a problem.
Dana White. It's only a problem
Definitely
if
a
you have no
problem.
money. If you
I
have no
don't think
money,
we should sit here and use Dana White as the moral judgment.
why? You think he figured it out? Like, you know what I mean? I rate this.
What do you mean figured it out? Like fame and money? Sure.
No gambling. Like, he's banned from casinos because he knows how to win.
I don't
So
know
it's
about
like,
that.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of. I don't see what the bad thing is of gambling. I don't. This part I don't
It can
understand.
destroy your home. Dana White's a billionaire. Let's not use
Yeah,
the exception to the general norm. So the general
destroy your
person
home if you're an
can
idiot.
destroy their home. The general
Oh,
person in their 20s or 30s has like what, between 50 to 200K, let's say, right? Like a general number. So
don't gamble at
they can
all.
they could though. They could. And that's
So
not that hard. In the
that's why
realm of gambling, that's not that hard. You have, let's say you're like a 20, I don't know, let's say our age, 30-year-old guy, You're out with your boys. You're like, you got 60, 70K saved up, and you're gambling. You want to have some fun. You take out 3, 4K. It starts adding up. Then you do it again another month. Then you do it again
3-4K,
another month.
bro. That's the thing. I guess there's an extreme of losing 50 grand, and then there's an extreme, the regular of losing $10 in a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
So if you're losing
they're
10
both
bucks, I
wrong,
feel
right?
like at that point it's hard to argue with someone that's losing 10 bucks.
It's like
But
10 bucks here and there.
I think it's a never-ending rabbit hole, is what I think. So I think it can accumulate to a point where you're losing thousands and thousands. You don't even know it over your life. That you probably could invest it somewhere else. Now, the entertainment aspect of it, you could probably spend thousands on other forms of entertainment. So I see that argument. Like gambling is just a form of it's just fun. Like people, I've had friends tell me like, "Yo, for me, this is just like going out. I spend $100, I have fun, and I go
Yeah,
home. Whether I win or
exactly.
not is like it is what it is." It's hard to defeat that argument, but for me, I feel like it's a rabbit hole. I don't know anyone that gambles like mediocre, like just in a chill way. Eventually, sooner or later, they're gonna lose thousands. Whether it's one night in Vegas with the boys or one night alone where they're feeling like a maniac and want to win.
Okay,
You know?
insulting me here. What? Be Shalom. We just gamble casually. It's not like terrible. It's
Okay,
not
okay,
ruining
hold
our
on, hold
lives.
on. We can't speed these people's names, but I know for a fact if you counted all their numbers, I know for a fact it's tens of thousands. And none of these guys are sitting on millions, so they're putting quite a big dent in their like financial abilities.
They're
So
not down tens of thousands, bro. There's no
I
chance.
bet you they're down tens of thousands. We can add them on this pod, all of them, us
Yeah,
included.
we can't say their names, but they could come on the pod.
Yeah, once they come, they can expose themselves, but they're down tens of thousands. I have no doubt about it. Not many people are up. No way. They're definitely not
You
in our
don't
friend
have
crew.
to be up. You don't have to be up, but like again, it's like going to shisha bars and spending money. It's just a fun thing.
Yeah, and if you
But
can genuinely control it, I don't judge anyone, but if you can genuinely control it, I totally actually understand because you're controlling it. I know humans are weak to their flesh. Like to their core, humans are weak. You have to have some serious discipline to sit there one night in Vegas, turn with the boys after gambling all year and just being like, I'm only going to spend $500. Nah, you know that's a lie. You lying to yourself. You're
no,
lying to
we've done
yourself. You're just lying to
we've done
yourself. You're
that.
just sitting there trying
We've
to
done
justify it.
but we've done that. Like
Everyone's done
I
that.
yeah, no, we've gone like this is the most I'm willing to lose tonight. We've done that. You should be a smart guy. Just don't be a fucking idiot. You know what I mean?
This is the most I'm willing to lose. And then your credit card comes out or your debit card or whatever when you've already lost it in 10 minutes. All right, just double. I'll get it back. Then you
Just
get it back and you're like, yo, that's just a never ending cycle. I think it's like human debauchery at its finest form. But is it not?
bro,
It would be wrong to say it's not fun because it is
it's
fun
the
as fuck.
greatest. Bro, there was one time in Vegas, one of our boys, I won't name him because he's kind of famous now. Yo, he got 50 million real like the other day. How fucked is that? Um,
Wow.
but yeah, so he's like actually kind of famous. I'm not going to expose, but someone famous is flying him to LA to work together on something too. So I'm not going to say his name, but one time we were in Vegas, and in the first like 10 minutes, he's like down $200. Then I see him like 10 minutes later, he's like I'm down $500. Then I see him like an hour later, he's down $1,000. I'm just saying like, yo, you need to chill. We've only been here like an hour. Then in 2 hours, he's down $2,500, and he was only going to spend like 1K on the trip. So I'm like,
See
fuck,
what I'm
we're
saying?
fucked. Yeah, but then
See what I'm saying?
me and our other boy were like, fuck it, let's, because he was sussing our trip at this point. We just got there. He's fully fucking depressed because he's in the hole. So me and my other boy, we just took some money, went to blackjack, went to roulette, said, fuck, let's win him the money back. And I think when you gamble not giving a fuck, like it's not your money almost, you win big. And we were able to win it all back and break him even.
Bro science
But
at its finest right here.
you're absolutely right, but it worked.
That's like when the
I think you have to
Chinese
be a
lady
team.
one time told me, don't touch my shoulder. It's bad luck.
Yeah,
You,
yeah, that's a thing.
bro, they get
That's a thing.
so mad.
Yeah, yeah. That was in Niagara,
Yeah,
right?
don't touch my shoulder.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
bad luck. I'm like, what? I didn't even mean to touch your shoulder. And then I go touch B's shoulder. She's like, don't touch his shoulder. He will lose now. I'm like, oh my God, lady. And he ended up losing
Oh,
though. So maybe they got some Chinese juju.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yo,
Fuck.
those China
Right.
people, like the Asians, the old Asians, they play so much. Like they're there every day. They're like, yeah, I just retired. And they're just playing all day.
Bro, there's a bus. from Chinatown in downtown Toronto that goes to Niagara every Friday, Saturday, and comes back like 5 a.m. too, and just full of old Asian people.
Legends.
Yeah,
Legends.
legends. They don't give a fuck.
They actually don't give a fuck. That's fucking crazy.
Okay.
All right, we
you want to
just went on some next tangent. Yeah, we could do some sports. Talk about the Lakers and Warriors. They're both making comebacks. They just keep coming back. I don't know who's going to finish in the top 6, though.
I don't think either one will.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't. The Lakers, bro. They're just. I'm a Laker fan. Then they gotta turn the switch on. I don't know what's going on. Yesterday was like.
Whoa, they turned it up yesterday, bro. I watched that.
By a hair, they got through. By LeBron performing like he's 20 years old again, they got through.
No PG though. So
yeah, no Zubac either. So your paint's wide open.
We could, we could just give it to them though. I feel like the Lakers they need these type of wins, man. Like, I think the Lakers have a better shot of making the top 6 than the Warriors, but I just don't see the Lakers going past the second round this year, bro. Like, I don't see it at all. As a matter of fact, like, I don't even see them going past the first round. Like, unless they play Minnesota or they play OKC, which might happen.
I don't know if they could beat them.
I don't think they can beat them. I don't see how. Minnesota's on a huge roll. Their defense is unreal. OKC is just getting better and better. Like, we're watching them evolve at a pace that I don't think we've seen since probably the last OKC team that went to the finals with KD and Harden and Westbrook. And I don't see the Lakers beating that. I thought last year that the Warriors would end up beating the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies just cooked them. And I really thought like the Warriors' experience would beat them, but I think these teams are just over the hill. No, didn't Grizzlies play the Warriors last year?
Lakers first round was the Grizzlies.
No. The Warriors. Was it Sacramento in
the first round? Yeah, they went to 7.
Damn, I messed that up, didn't I?
That was close.
No, but like, yeah, but the point I'm making is that these young teams are not young in the sense they're gonna beat them. Like, it's not just like an experience thing. These young teams are actually good. They're not young teams that are going to lose in the first round like the old Raptors teams. They're not going to lose in the first. Like a team like Orlando, if they were to make it like in the top 6 seeds in the East, you'd be like, okay, they're going to get slapped. But I don't think a team like OKC is going to get slapped from the Warriors or the Lakers. I don't think they fear them. And I see their games translating well in the playoffs, especially Minnesota.
I think, I wouldn't believe in them if they didn't stay first or second all year. The fact that you've maintained this level of play and seem to be getting better just kind of shows you're not fake. Like New Orleans, for example, they're going to lose in the first round to whoever they play.
Whoa,
you know what I mean? Like that. Unless they play someone trash, they're losing in the first round.
What?
Openly
that
saying
is pure disrespect.
It's just obvious. The only reason
I don't think the Pelicans suck. Wait a minute. I think Zion's got a lot riding on this, bro. Zion's a generational talent.
They're not beating. Who are they playing right now? Third place of the Nuggets. They're not beating the Nuggets. They fall any lower. They're not beating the Thunder.
No one's beating the Nuggets, though. The Nuggets are probably going to go to the finals.
But that's the thing. That's the West. They're not beating the Clippers. They're not beating the Suns. Right? They're not going to play Lakers or Warriors. They're too low in the standings. So you're only playing good teams. So the Pelicans are fucked. You know what I mean?
The West is just fucked. The West is just fucked. The top 6 in the West are just fucked when you look at it. But what I'm saying is the Lakers and Warriors are losing in the first round. Both teams. Even if they make it there. We don't even know if they're going to make it there.
Yeah, one of them will for sure. I don't know if both will. The Lakers don't look like the team last year. Last year they figured it out. They don't look like they figured it out. And this is the time of season where they have to do it. If in the last 10 games they start rolling, then there's no shot for what the first seed or second seed. Because once the Lakers start rolling, there's no turning around.
The highest they can get is number 6. I think the highest they're probably going to get is number 6, which means you're playing Denver.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You're done.
You'd rather be.
You're out 4-1. You're winning one game in LA, or you might even win one of the games in Denver, and then you're getting slapped.
Yeah,
Nuggets are championship pedigree now, so
it's fucked. You rather play Timberwolves or OKC because they're young and you feel like you have an advantage. Denver's gonna fucking dick you around. Anthony Davis can't guard Jokic. Like he used to be able to kind of go like toe to toe with him.
No one on earth can guard that guy.
Yeah,
no one on earth.
You just have to generate as much offense as him, and you kind of cancel each other out. But AD doesn't generate any fucking offense anymore. It has to be generated for him. So it's like, I
Yeah,
don't know. They're getting slapped.
I think AD is actually having a relatively solid year. He's at least healthy for majority of the games, which is like the old AD. I just don't think the Lakers have enough firepower, man. Those teams got so much firepower. OKC, Minnesota, Denver, Clippers, Phoenix. They
They
have
won.
so much
They won
firepower.
they won the in season, bro. They're good when they want to be good, and they beat good teams when they play them. They just don't beat shit teams. It's weird.
I don't believe in the Lakers at all. Like that's it. Like I've watched enough now. I think Lakers are done first round, and I think they'll get another really good player in the offseason. They'll sign LeBron back and get another really good player, and then they'll be right back in the mix. But I don't think this is their year. If I want to take a wild pick, honestly, I might actually start picking the Cavs. They're on fire. They're on a massive roll, bro. Like a massive roll.
They're not.
Donovan Mitchell's got something to prove. I think we've been saying all year, like this is his moment to become that superstar. I think Boston is actually really scary because they're so underrated and they're just destroying everyone. Like, I'm scared of Boston if I'm anyone's team in the East, bro. I'm scared of Boston. Like they have a great starting group.
You think Tatum's the MVP?
I agree. No,
yeah, you can't.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, bro. I think he's been disrespected like crazy all year quietly. Like no one's even put him in a convo, bro. They're first by like 7 games. They're first by so fucking much. It's insane.
No one cares. That's why I don't understand. Why is Boston getting no love? Now they're starting to. Like I could see the narrative starting to shift a little bit. But throughout the year, the love wasn't there. And I hate Boston, but you got to give them the fucking credit, man. And that lineup is deadly. That lineup is just deadly. With Drew, JB, JT, KP, Derek White. Yo, I'm like, man, that's a scary team. Everyone can shoot. Everyone can attack, basically. Everyone can make a play for everyone. That's so scary. Everyone can do everything. I'm like, that's such a complete team.
Yo, we did this last year with Denver. We were Denver was first all year last year, and no one really spoke about them. No one really like gave them the respect they deserved. And then they just quietly slapped everyone in the playoffs and won. Like the most games they lost was what, 1 or 2 in a series. Like a series was never close for Denver. They slapped everyone. That could be Boston.
Everyone. Boston's scary, man. We're never gonna hear the end of it from fucking Boston fans for the next 20 years if they win. And then if Jason Tatum finishes top 3 in MVP, don't I lose $100 to you or some shit? This is the final year, no?
Yes. There's no final year. I don't know where you put the years on this. For background,
there's a limit.
The five people fucking watching me. You made a bet like 3-4 years ago, whenever it was. That Jason Tatum would be an MVP. He was just hating. He was just being a hater that day. He's like, fuck Jason Tatum. Trae Young's better. Donovan Mitchell's better. All these trash guys are.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're a Celtic.
Whoa. Relax. Just relax on all these trash guys. This guy just said Trae Young's a trash guy. Donovan Mitchell's a trash guy. One day this pod's going to go popular, and I'm going to pull up these clips of you talking crap about all these guys.
That's okay.
How are you saying Trae Young is trash?
How are you saying
Trae Young is trash?
He made 1 Eastern Conference final. He's been living off that ever since.
With a bunch of YMCA players, bro. I could have went to the YMCA, picked up 5 dudes, and Trae Young still was going to take us to the Eastern Conference Finals that year, which is a testament to how nasty he fucking is.
Crazy. I agree, but that's all he's done. You gotta do more, bro. Don't be Chris Paul. Like everyone gave Chris Paul.
Oh my God, who's a sidekick, bro? Dejounte Murray. Him and Dejounte Murray aren't even the best fit. They were never going to be that great of a fit. I'm not blaming Trae for that.
You gotta give you can't give him all the love and no hate.
I'm giving him all the love and 0 hate. The dude is fucking 6'1", shooting from half court. He can score on anybody. He could score 35 with his eyes closed. He could literally go like this, close his eyes, and drop 35.
But he shoots like 40%.
He's like 6'1".
Yeah,
bro, he's got to take all the shots. His teammates are a bunch of scrubs. He can, like I said, he can go to the Y. He can go to the friggin' LA Fitness, grab LiAngelo Ball and a bunch of other scrubs, and they'll still get 41 wins. That's just because of Trae. Trae's so nasty, man. Trae's the most disrespected and overhated player I've ever seen in my life. I can't stand it. I don't understand why.
He hasn't done anything, bro.
He wasn't even going to make the All-Star team. What is that?
Shouldn't have. I agree. Shouldn't have. He was very close to not making it. Bro, they're like 11. What's he doing?
What is that? How? How
I
could a
would
guy
have.
average 30, basically 30 and 12, and not make an All-Star team?
I think
What
another
kind of
Boston
world do we
player.
live in?
Well, how many Boston guys made it? Two. I think
Oh
one
my
more should have
God!
made
You
it.
want Derek? You're one of those Derek White guys.
I love Derek White. He's solid, bro. I like
No, you
guys who are
wanted him to make.
nobodies.
Okay, man. No one's hating on Derek White. I'm saying you want him to be an All-Star. You were one of those guys.
I think
Yes.
Boston should have got three. If you're up 7 games in the East on the second place team, you deserve three All Stars. That's just how you want to look at it, right?
Over a
You
guy
could be
that's averaging 30 and 10 with a bunch of YMCA LA Fitness dudes
bro. He's
and DeJounte
overrated.
Murray.
You don't think he's overrated?
Oh
He's
my
overrated,
goodness.
bro. We did this. This is
Overhated.
we did this
Not
convo
overrated.
4 years ago.
Overhated.
But I agree he's overhated, but he's also overrated. But like we did this convo 4 years ago with him, Tatum,
How
Mitchell,
could you be
all those
overrated
guys.
averaging 30 points and you're 6 foot? How? I need justification
Because you
here.
have no
Like,
one else. You have no one else. Remember Kevin Love on
do you know
Minnesota?
how
He was
hard it is to
averaging
average 30
5
when
and
you're
12.
6'1"? The dude is tiny, shooting from half, killing dudes.
He's the only one shooting. That's the difference too. He's
And
the only
rightfully
one.
so. Rightfully so.
You can't give him credit for 30 if he's the only one shooting. And he's shooting at
Nah,
like
he
40%.
deserves to. You earn that respect to take every shot, bro. It's not just given to you. You earn that shit. Trey's earned it because he's ice cold, baby. Trey, please come to the Raptors. Don't listen to guys like this. You are the missing piece.
I take him in a heartbeat on the Raptors.
You're the missing piece to us becoming a championship contender. Please come to the Raptors. Him and Scotty and RJ, and you have IQ as a 6-man if you want. And oh man,
Oh yeah, you see the Scotty allegations? You see the Scotty allegations everyone's talking
that
about?
he's autistic.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand the definition of autism. But
he does some special needs things though.
He's not autistic, and if he was, I don't give a crap because it means he's just going to be locked in for the next 20 years. So I don't really care. But that is just nonsense. This is just an evil narrative that I refuse to even engage in. Scotty's a Raptor legend, so we need him, and he loves the Raptors, and we love him. Can't go, baby. He ain't autistic. And if he's autistic, I don't care. He's our autistic child. We love you.
Yeah. Oh, we'll feed him all the KFC and whatever he wants. Like we'll keep him happy. But bro, he fucking
that was low key so racist.
What? He's a sponsor.
For KFC?
I hope. I don't know.
Subway, bro.
Oh, you're frozen again.
Oh, you froze again, man. We're back to this. Nah, this is ridiculous. Oh,
you're back. You're back. Overnight, my Instagram is full of Scotty's never been allegations. Scotty's never been the allegation. Like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Did you see what he was saying to Giannis?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
No, but I understood what he was saying. They were just talking about some shit that Giannis said. Like, I'm like, bro, people just love to take certain clips and just make dudes seem retarded. It bothers me so much. Then again, that's what we do, right? We just clip shit from this pod and just try to make ourselves look greasier than we really are. So
no, I'm trying to make you look
can't really talk shit, can we?
Bro.
God damn it.
Hugh, man.
What is going on with
you need to get a SIM card or something.
Bro, I got a SIM card. Hold on.
For anyone watching and this shit's still frozen, this is what the internet's like in the Middle East.
Yeah, and you also make thousands and thousands of more dollars than you will in North America.
Bro, look at this.
Hold on. All right, we're good.
Bro, what's happening? You got a drone strike or something?
Back?
What's going on? Yeah, okay, you're back.
All right, we should be good now.
Okay.
I hot-spotted myself.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. What's next? What have we done?
We talked about Scotty's retardation, why Canada's a shit place.
Oh, let's do UFC?
Warriors.
You want to do UFC? Or you want to stay on basketball?
Dana White, you are the biggest trad I've ever seen in my life. 3 weeks ago, you sat there and you promised that Bilal Muhammad and Leon Edwards would be announced next week. I have clips of this. I hope we can clip it here. Once I get some time, I'm going to do that. You literally said, yeah, we'll announce that next week. Then I waited. And then I waited some more. Then I waited some more. And then waited some more. And then rumors coming out that Leon Edwards is going to be fighting UFC 300. And Leon said it, too. So I'm waiting, thinking it's going to be Bilal for the co-main, right? I'm not going to be some delusional fan. We'll say he's going to get the co-main. Time goes by. Nothing happens. Nothing gets announced. Ariel leaks out UFC 300 potential Leon Edwards versus Hamzat Chimaev. Okay, that doesn't come. Leon, another leak comes out. Leon Edwards versus Islam Makhachev. I'm like, all right, now they're gonna announce Bilal for sure. Leon Edwards versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. I'm like, okay, this is just getting ridiculous, bro. Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad should have been the co-main event for UFC 300. I don't know if Dana has some sort of connections with Zionists and they don't want a Palestinian to be the top guy in UFC 300. I don't know what else he needs to do. He's beat everybody. He's beat Wonder Boy. He's beat Gilbert Burns. He's beat literally everyone there is to beat in the top five. He went toe to toe with Leon. Yes, he lost the first round, but it was a 10-9. Anything could have happened the other 4 rounds. That ended up with an unfortunate draw. Give us that fight back. Just for the honor of the sport, just for keep integrity into the sport of mixed martial arts and the UFC. We need to start actually fighting guys, not just based on how many seats they sell or how many viewers they get. Like, at the end of the day, it's a sport, and you got to start treating it as a sport. I understand it's the fight game, but it is a sport. You got to give the top guys a shot. In boxing, they do it all the time, and those guys end up being superstars. Like Triple G wasn't a big draw. Golovkin wasn't a big draw. A lot of these guys weren't big draws, so I don't understand why he won't give Bilal the shot. Bilal's not a big draw. I get it. He's not. He doesn't sell well yet. Kamaru Usman also didn't sell well yet at the start before. GSP at the start didn't sell well. You know what I mean? A lot of guys at the start don't sell well. Habib, right? Remember the knock on Habib? He's just a crotch sniffer. He sniffs crotches all day. He just shoots and sniffs crotches. Remember all that crap? So why not give this guy a shot? I don't understand. I hope it's not political, and I don't want to make it political, but I feel like I can't think of one logical reason. And you ask 3 Muslim guys, oh, you want to fight right after Ramadan ends? Bilal was the only Muslim guy willing to do it because Bilal's used to doing it. So Bilal said, I'm willing to do it, right? I'll fight. I'll train during Ramadan. You ask 3 guys that you know are not willing. Islam, no chance. That whole crew, no chance of fighting Ramadan. Hamza, same thing. He's like a cousin of that crew, basically. And Shavkat is a cousin's cousin of that crew, like a third cousin, he's a mountain dude as well. So those guys aren't going to do it. Bilal's a North American Muslim. I'm sure he's done a lot of things while fasting, because I've done it, so I know when you live in the West how it is. He would have been down. I don't understand. I think it's actually just pure disrespect. It's ruining the integrity of the sport, and it makes no sense, especially after he gave Colby Covington a shot after beating a bunch of bums that weren't even ranked for the last 2 years. And then look what happened. So
yeah,
this is pure. I don't know if it's racism. Because Dana's not racist. I'm just gonna put it. I don't think Dana's. What is it then? I just need some sort of explanation.
This is the issue. He made a promise to Bilal. Everyone knew Bilal was next, and then he looked at the UFC 300 draw, and he's like, "No, UFC 300 has to get bigger numbers. Like, it has to be a spectacle, right?" So he doesn't think Bilal's a spectacle, so he's going back on his word, which I think is bullshit, bro. Because you gave Kobe your word, you kept your word to Kobe when he didn't deserve it. So you should keep it for Bilal.
He made it seem like Kobe friggin' moved mountains for him. Kobe weighed in. What a tough guy. He weighed in on the night of the fight. Exactly. So if Kobe weighed in and Bilal weighed in, and Bilal's more deserving, and Bilal's fought more guys in the top 10 and the top 15, and Bilal's beaten better guys in the top 15 and decimated killers like Gilbert Burns and Wonder Boy, who has Kobe fought? Kobe fought Tyron Woodley 5 years ago. Kobe just sells himself like a heel. He literally plays a character, a WWE fake character to sell himself. And Kobe's a good fighter, not a great fighter. And he got so exposed against Leon, so exposed, and he's so delusional that when he got absolutely destroyed for 5 rounds, he literally thought he won. And I'm thinking to myself, this man's crazy. Like, he's genuinely delusional. The fact that he thinks he even remotely won tells me he's a maniac. And I get you have to have some sort of delusion to be a great athlete, but that was a high level of delusion because he had absolutely nothing to show for against Leon. Leon absolutely destroyed him in everything.
That was his Trump moment. He acted just like Trump there. That's his character. He's very like MAGA, right? So it's I don't know.
Trump watched you get your ass kicked, bro. Trump watched him get his ass kicked. So and Leon destroyed him in every aspect of the fight. The ground game, the stand up, clinch, everything, cardio. He beats you at everything. He's just better than you in every sense of the word. And I hate when fighters say I got injured during the fight. Dude, it's a fight. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get injured playing any contact sport, football, rugby. boxing, MMA, karate, kickboxing, you're going to get hurt, whether it's your elbows, knees. Of course, you're going to get hurt. You're playing a physical sport. You signed up for this. No one put a knife to your neck. So when you sit here and you say, oh, I got hurt in the fight, unless it's a major injury where it's like your Achilles tore or your ACL tore, if you got a crack, you got to fight through it. That's part of the game that you signed up for. So it really bothers me. It bothers me even more that Gilbert Burns is coming out now and I hurt my leg, I hurt my shoulder. I'm like, bro, Bilal literally had the biggest swollen ankle I've ever seen going into that fight. Didn't even mention it. And still whooped your ass. So you can talk about, oh, I hurt my shoulder this, I hurt my shoulder that. When it came down to it, when push came to shove, he beat you. So I just don't like it. I think it's, unless it's a catastrophic injury like Connor's or an Achilles or a torn ACL, it's the fight game. And it's a brutal game that you chose to participate in. So don't use it as an excuse after the fight. Oh, I hurt my knee. Oh, I hurt my elbow. Block checking a kick. Well, that's part of the game. Checking a kick is part of the game. So if you get hurt checking a kick, it's like getting hurt when a guy's posting you up because he's stronger than you. You're trying to it's like getting hurt when a guy beats you in the D line and you're trying to hold. Like you got hurt doing something that's part of the game. So don't sit here and make excuses. That goes to Gilbert Burns, Colby Covington. It's just so ridiculous, man. I think the welterweight division right now, by the way, is just fully stagnant too, which is just dumb. I just went on some rant, so.
You got real mad, eh? I feel like though Dana, even though he went back on his word for 300, Bilal's still next. I think when it's a regular like a June card or something, Bilal will get the title shot against Leon next. I don't think those other three guys will. I think he only did it for 300. If he does give it to one of those three guys, Dana's word means nothing anymore, which I think is way worse for Dana than
why does Shafkat get to? I have a low key feeling that this is what Dana's doing. He's like, I don't think Bilal is a big draw, so I'm gonna have to try to make him a big draw. I'm gonna name all these guys, and then hopefully Bilal fights one of these. Bilal's not fighting Islam. There's no way. Bilal might fight Hamzat. I don't see it happening. I think they're kind of friends now. So it would. I think he's doing it so that Bilal fights Shafkat. And I'm thinking Dana's hoping
guys till he gets the title. Give him the
title. Yeah, but I'm thinking Dana's hoping this pisses off Bilal to try to prove a point. So he fights Shafkat, and then he thinks, oh, this is what Dana thinks, that Shafkat is going to beat Bilal guaranteed, which I don't think it's a guarantee at all. And that way, Shafkat, who's a really big draw, gets to fight for the belt. Again, not going to happen. If I'm Bilal, I'm just sitting patiently like this.
Yeah, he is, and he's getting snaked for it. But I think he'll get the title shot next. I think it just wasn't going to be on 300.
The crazy part is you can't use racism as an excuse because all those guys are Muslim and they're all from random countries. And literally, Hamzat and Islam both were like defending Palestine in their post-fight interview. So I'm like,
yeah,
it's just a selling thing.
I think it'll be that. But those guys you have to save for the Middle East cards, the Saudi cards, or whatever, the UAE cards. You have to save it for those.
I think Hamzat is going to fight in the Saudi card. I'd bet on that. He's fighting the Saudi card. Yeah. Shafkat, I don't think it matters. He's not like a hardcore out there Arab/Muslim type of dude. Yeah. He's more like reserved. Islam is huge in this area of the world. So Islam and Hamzat will fight here, but it should be Bilal. I hope it's, if anything, Bilal and Leon get to fight in the UK. And Bilal's like the ultimate villain.
You have to save Leon for the UK. On 300 though, Dana kind of dicked us because, bro, he built the hype so fucking high for 300, and it's a great card. Don't get me wrong, but the main event, what's his name?
Jamal Hill and Alex Pereira.
Yeah, it's a good main event, but I don't think it met the hype. The hype that we built, that he built, was we were like expecting Connor.
It must have been plan A, B, C, D, E, F. Like it might have been his last absolute resort. And I love that fight from a fan perspective. Jamal Hill's a badass dude who's got crazy hands, great kickboxing, strong as hell. I think Alex Pereira is the best kickboxer, so it's an amazing fight from a fan perspective. One of those dudes is going to sleep. Guaranteed. Yeah, and if they don't go to sleep, it's going to be a fucking war because I don't think Jamal Hill's the type of dude to back down. I've never seen him back down in a fight. He goes forward and he tries to knock you the fuck out. I've never seen Alex Pereira back down. So I don't see a fight where it's going to be like a chess match, maybe for 2-3 minutes, but that fight is going to be a war and someone's going to sleep. And I don't know who. I like both of them. I think it's too early to pick. I want to see how Jamal Hill looks. after recovering from his Achilles injury. But that's a sick fight, man.
I'm picking Pereira.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
because
early?
of the injury. Because of the injury. That's mainly why. You haven't seen. He hasn't fought in like a year, bro. Like it's not, especially Achilles. Achilles is bad.
Achilles is
Maybe
bad.
not for fighting.
Achilles is bad in basketball, though. Bad in basketball,
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
in football. You're running, right?
yeah.
It is bad
Not
when
fighting.
you're trying to throw quick kicks. I can see it being like very dangerous. I can see it also being bad if when you're trying to shift and move in boxing, but not as bad as other sports. Definitely going to have an effect, but I don't think it's going to affect him that much. And I think he would be dumb to take this fight if he's not 100% healthy. But it is a huge amount of money, I'm sure. And he's going to get
Yeah,
pay-per-view
300.
points.
Yeah.
It's hard to say no to that fight, but I hope he's fully healthy just for the fans. That whole card is sick, though. That whole card's fucking sick. So
Amazing. I think the main event's a little underwhelming, but it's not actually from the fight perspective. It is from a marketing perspective because one guy doesn't even speak fucking English.
do people forget that
Um,
the UFC main event, UFC 200, was Misha Tate and Amanda Nunes? I feel like people
yeah,
just forgot that.
no, but he hyped 300 like it was going to be Connor. That's so like for the casual fan, you expected Connor or you expected a big name, bro. Apparently Izzy DDP was offered. Izzy accepted. DDP said no.
Pussy.
DDP took a lot of damage to be fair, but
Nah,
yeah, kind of a pussy move in my
nah, should
opinion.
have. He's not a pussy. He's a pussy for not taking that fight because
Yeah, yeah.
you
It's
you
the
get
race fight.
there's certain legacy fights that make you a superstar, like an unforgettable superstar that you take no matter what. Habib Connor, Izzy Pereira. There's a lot of fights. GSP, BJ Penn, a lot of
That's
fight. Nick
his.
Diaz. There's just certain fights that like capture the public's imagination and are bigger than the fight itself. It just becomes like its own movie basically. That would have been one of those fights. And DDP, the fact he's not taking it, he's taking more of a casual rest. You could say more logical and smart route. I think overall, for the aura of who he is as a fighter, it's going to go way down. Like people aren't going to know who he is as much. The general person won't know who he is. He has to beat Izzy, and he should have done it at UFC 300. He would have became
Yeah,
a fucking global phenomenon.
I think he'll
But
do it. I think he'll fight Izzy. It should have 300 would have made him way bigger than if he beat someone like a regular card 2 months later. So I think he fucked that one up. But it is risky if you're hurt. He looked fucking beat the fuck up after the Strickland fight. Like he was like bleeding, bruised, swelling everywhere. But
I
I
don't
don't
think
know. It
he
didn't look
took
anything
enough damage in
serious.
that fight where he needed to take more than 3 weeks off.
I
Like
agree.
just from a fighter's perspective, all these guys, that Connor. That's why you got to love Connor. Connor would fight anyone, anytime. In his
Not
prime.
anymore.
Izzy
Yeah.
in his prime would fight anyone, anytime. Kamaru Usman, anyone, anytime. If you want to be like
Both.
those guys and those legends, John Jones in his prime, anyone, anytime before all the craziness. GSP, anyone, anytime. Like they did take smart approaches, GSP especially, but there was a point where they fought anyone, anytime for a 2-3 year period. DDP's in that period. You don't want to be the guy that's known as the champ because you're taking one fight a year. I hate that. I hate that. That's why I'm so upset that Kamaru lost. Kamaru was the ultimate champion, man. That guy fought every 3 months. You knew he was going to be on a pay-per-view. He has terrible
Yeah.
knees, so he needed to capitalize on his knees. And he capitalized on his knees, made a ton of money, guaranteed Hall of Famer, and now he's an absolute legend. DDP right now, he's going to fight in 4 more months, 5 months. I think
He'll lose
fighting
his
twice
next
a
one.
year at a minimum is not the greatest, is it, for a champion? If you want to be that active fighter 3 times a year, like Volk and Izzy, like those guys are the absolute legends, man. Absolute legends. Volk, I don't care if he got knocked out against Ilya Taporia, which we should talk about. But
Yeah, we should. I got a meeting in like 5 minutes though, so I think we actually have to cut it. But yeah, I snaked that. I
yeah,
want to do Taporia real quick, like 2 minutes.
what
He
a crazy
fucking
fight.
he slapped him, which is crazy to say. And
He
he went
didn't
full
slap
Connor
him.
after. He knocked him out, bro. Come on.
He just
On
landed the one
full on
clean shot. Full
yeah,
clean. It was just fully
that's
clean.
training camp. That's a training camp too for Volk. Like the Islam one you can maybe write off. You know what I mean? It was like short notice. But this was like full on in your maybe end of
History
his prime
says
now.
Volk's chin. This is what history says, not what I'm saying. History says Volk's chin has run out of its stamina.
Yeah.
Every chin has a stamina. I don't care who you are, your chin has a stamina. Every single chin. And once you start
Sad.
going to sleep and that brain starts getting zapped quick, the next time it gets zapped will be quicker than the first time. And this third
Yeah.
time will be quicker than the second time. And the fourth time will be quicker than the third time, a.k.a. Tony Ferguson, a.k.a. any other Cowboy Cerrone and any other old head fighter that we saw through the years, Chuck Liddell, all these guys, right, that can't quit at the right time. And I hate saying it. It always happens at 35 or above. And it may be Volk's not the one, but it seems like his chin and his brain are going to get zapped. And unfortunately, the next time he gets clipped, a shot he may have been able to take 4 years ago, he's not going to be able to take anymore. And that is just so sad because Volk is the GOAT, absolute legend. And I'm so sad. Like, it's the worst thing as a fan when you watch one of your favorite fighters just come crashing down.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
It's one of those things too where like he's known as the guy who takes all these fights, is very active, and that's going to hurt him now if he has no chin. So it's just going to be disappointing if it happens one more time. He's done.
Call it
Probably
quit.
done now, to
Call
be
it quit.
honest. But the next one's like a guarantee you're done.
Yeah. If he gets knocked out next, call it quits, bro. Time to retire.
Yeah. All right, yo, that's episode 20. Thanks for tuning in. You still in the Middle East next week?
Next 2 weeks. But this
2
Wi-Fi is
weeks?
better now, right? I'll just connect my phone.
Yeah, this is better. We'll see if it comes out blurry. I'm curious if it'll be blurry. I don't know.
It's
Is yours blurry on
4K
your
for
end?
me.
Okay, yeah, same thing as last time. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's
All
4K
right, yo.
for me.
Well, see you next week then. Peace.
Peace.